Hello, and welcome to the Geordie Entertainer Show. I hope you're all enjoying the weather and everything else. Tonight's game begins Flamingo. We lost 3-1, and it just wasn't our game today. And there has been a lot of things happen, against the Brazilian team, who are obviously still in their season. I think they're still doing their season thing, and where Chelsea and obviously Man City are, we already had our season ended well, about a month ago now, and I just feel that the players who are in the European leagues, in the Premier League, they're just very tired. They're just very tired, and obviously the heat as well in America, and I just feel the players just feel like, they just really want a holiday. And I mean, I watched the highlights. To be honest, I'll be honest. We we didn't play well. We didn't play well. Obviously, Nito, he scored a good goal. He scored a good goal, of the Flamingos, two defenders mix up. And it was a good long ball to Nito to really get the ball and to score our first goal. There were chances, there were opportunities. However, it is what it is, We just have to really take it on the chin and go, you know what? Okay, we lost the game in our group stage, and we have to really, go again and, hopefully win our last game. So it is what it is. I mean, it is a good experience for the young players who recently had a really good European competition. We won the Conference League, and we just, we are in the Champions League for next season. So I think it could be a good little build-up between our young players and the players who sort of like already experienced. I mean, like Enzo Fernandez, who has won many trophies himself, and he won the trophy as the Argentinian player during the World Cup a couple of years ago, and he is the captain of our team. Now, Jackson, we've got to talk about Nicholas Jackson. I mean, it's his second season with Chelsea, and I just think, I don't know whether I just feel like, he had two sending offs. I just think the referee wasn't really kind to us tonight. I know there may be excuses from me as a Chelsea fan and stuff. It is what it is. We just have to take it on the chin and say, you know what, we're here. We just got to get used to it, and so we just got to try and go again. So that's all we got to do. We've got to go again. So yeah, that's all we got to do. Everything we can do is everything. And I think Nicholas Jackson, what can I say about Nicholas Jackson? There are rumours that, well, I mean, between the fan base, if you imagine our fan base like our parliament, the houses of parliament, we have some left wings, we have some right wings, we have the centre. I just feel that, do you feel united in the fact that Nicholas Jackson deserved to stay in the Chelsea kit? for next season? For me, I want to say yes. However, after two very recent sending off, it seems strange. It just feels like, to me, you just want to try and get a week off so you can have a holiday. That's what I feel like, seeing some of the players on the pitch. I just feel like they just want to go on the beach. I mean, America is an amazing place, despite the current political situation at the moment. But I feel Nicholas Jackson deserves a chance. He deserves an opportunity. He absolutely deserves an opportunity to thrive at Chelsea. Now that I've seen Liam Delap, the guy who came from Ipswich, he came in, and I just feel like he is a lot better. Well, I don't want to say a lot better, just a tiny bit better than Nicholas Jackson. I mean, they're both similar in the playing styles, sort of thing. However, do I think I think D-Lap's got it. I think D-Lap's got it. I think he will go and score some goals for Chelsea. But it's all down to the manager, Enzo Maresca. Can he get the best of our players? Can he get our best and say, this is my best, this is your best, let's work to make our best? You know what I'm saying? So do I think Enzo Maresca is a manager in the long term? I know that Paris Saint-Germain, they won the Champions League a few weeks ago with a project they are doing very similar. I mean, well, they're like 2 years ahead of us with this young team project. I mean, some Chelsea fans are saying that we should have got Luis Enrique in as a Chelsea manager. But to me, maybe it's not his time to be at Chelsea. Maybe he won't be at the Chelsea in the future. He won't be at Chelsea for the future. But the project, I can now see what the owners are trying to do. Develop the young players, get some experience, harden some experience and then toughen them up. And maybe we'll become Premier League champions. Maybe we will become Premier League champions. Maybe in the future, I'm not talking next season, I'm not talking the season after that, maybe 2027 to 2028, maybe 29 to 30s, we may be in a chance to fight for the Premier League. Can we do it? Maybe we can. But I just think we need a goalkeeper, we need a defender. I mean, I think we do need some backups as well. And I think we need another striker as well. That's all we need. And so the Champions League, I think after seeing this game, can we go further, deeper in the Champions League next season? To get the World Club Cup form at the moment. But think about the form that we were in the Conference League where we won the whole thing. If we take that and try and put it into the Champions League, we might be able to go in further. However, I just can't see us doing it. I can't see us going, we can go be Conference League winners to be Champions League winners in 2 seasons in a row. I can't see us doing that, but I can see us maybe reaching the quarterfinals. That will be a success for this young team. And Enzo Maresca, I mean, he's improving But he needs to really think about his own confidence. Because at the moment, I just feel that he's not the manager for Chelsea. I mean, he is a like your wish list or two new Pep Guardiola sort of thing. You know, like a very cheap version of Pep Guardiola. And he's trying to implement this style of passing the ball, passing the ball, passing the ball, and it's not football. It's not really football. You know, it's like a Sarri type. Do you remember when Sarri was there a few years ago? He made us all go and forward us to sleep. That's what it was. That's what it was like. It was terrible. It was, even though we won the Europa League in it, but it was terrible football. It was dreadful. It was make you feel like, oh, I'm going to make you feel, don't worry about watching football, I'm going to make you fall asleep. So that's what it is. Everything we do to this moment, everything we say right now, I know we are fed up of what's happening. I know that we are fed up of going in there and saying, you know what? You know what? We just have to move on and say, yeah, we take the loss on the chin and we move on. I know there's been a lot of things that happened during this World Cup. That the half-empty stadiums and the schedule for this, for this whole tournament, right, right before the World Cup year, it just feels, it really smacks the face of all football fans. It even smacks the face of the South American fans. I just don't understand why we need to do this right before the World Cup year. Why? What's wrong with the Intercontinental Cup, where you would have your nations teams instead, the countries that we're all from, go and watch football so you can see a proper pre-World Cup tournament. So you can see your Brazilians, you can see your Argentinians, you can see your, your New Zealand, who have won the Oceania Championship or whatever it is. It just don't make sense. It don't make sense at all. I just can't believe it. Why do FIFA want to put this competition in the country where, I don't really want to say it, but I hope you get my message. With the current political situation in America, it just don't fit. And also, I will say this, Canadians are more of a proper football fan than the Americans. So there you go. There it is. Anyway, if you have any questions, just put them down in the comments there, and I'll see you all for the next one. Let's do this.